Hello and welcome to Who Viewed and this breaking news announcement.
We never do those.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like that's like the telephone's ringing and like we're picking up the line because it's breaking. It's not really breaking. This was a couple hours old now, and then who knows when this is posted. We'll post this as soon as possible. So basically, BBC announced today that the great 2025 hiatus is officially over, Ben.
I mean, we have a date for when it will be over.
So BBC confirms the future of Doctor Who in a new Christmas special in 2026.
It's not an indefinite hiatus.
It's not dead. There was some great memes today of just like I survived the month's hiatus.
I mean, it honestly though, like, when did season 2 end?
I believe it was in May. It could have been
So
June.
it's been like 6 months
Yeah.
that there's been no news.
No news. And just in a state of who knows? But we now, Ben, and what we know is that Disney Plus, Disney the Mouse is officially out. They did not want to renew their partnership, and now the BBC is going to be still keep on making this old little show of theirs
With Bad Wolf.
with Bad Wolf. Russell has been announced to be writing the Christmas special, but fans have been keen to point out the wording there. Leslie Salt, the director of drama, has said basically, we are delighted that Russell T Davies has agreed to write for another spectacular Christmas special for 2026.
So it seems that RTD2 is officially over.
It sounds like in there that it's still up in the air at the very least that Russell is returning. This might be his swan song, or like they also say later on in that they're announcing plans for the next season in due course. So who knows? Who even knows if they know or if Russell knows? But we do just know that the main thing is we're getting a 2026 Christmas special written by RDD. Most likely, we can infer that it's going to wrap up all of the missing threads of his second era so far, like Susan. And they've set up the boss. Who knows if we're going to get that again? Spoiler alert, Ben.
I don't know who that is. I'm gonna assume it's Big Boss.
Bet we don't even know who it is. They just there's one episode where it's like, oh, you have to meet the boss, and then it's just like, when is that just going to be a planet we just never gonna get? Who knows? And same with Susan. Is are they gonna pay off Susan coming back? Who knows? Are they gonna pay off Billy Piper? And who is she? Is she Rose Tyler? Is she the Doctor? Who knows? But hopefully we'll know by next year in 2026.
Yeah, this Christmas special is gonna have to answer those questions, which have a huge impact on the future of Doctor Who. So I don't know how much Russell T Davies will be able to steer things in the direction he wants.
But he also has a thing of like, this is the first time in his era that is because they made the 3 seasons, quote unquote, if you include the 60th, all at pretty much the same time. There was like no breaks, and it was all at the same time without fan feedback. So this is the first time of his new era that he's actually can listen to fan feedback. And who knows if he's gonna listen to any of the criticisms that people had with it, or if he's just going to continue doing the same old, and fans are still going to be upset. This, like, that'd be even kind of worse. That this is we're going to get one new episode of Doctor Who for almost a year and a half. It's going to even be longer than that, but like, and the fandom is still going to be like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah. So it'll have to be at least 2027 before we get a next season.
Also, some fans were pointing out that Russell is always puts stuff out on Instagram, but he only put this out on his story. So that's kind of like where that like he only announced it on his Instagram story, not his Instagram like an actual post.
Doesn't need it in the permanent record.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of suspicious.
That's that is suspicious.
But yeah, this is exciting, but also it's kind of still like it kind of still feels like the show is on in an unknown state. I assume for the next year they're going to be trying to sell it off to another streamer at Amazon or a Netflix,
Yeah. Or they'll go all in on the war between the land and the sea. That's what we have, to look forward to next year.
which or this year. It seems like that there's a good chance that so it says in this article that the war between the land and sea is heading to BBC iPlayer and BBC One later this year. So we're still getting it this year.
Not Disney Plus?
But the rumor has it that it's going to come out BBC One in probably at this point it's going to be November, December, and it's going to be January, February for Disney Plus, which will really be bad news that they really didn't care about the show, that they're gonna wait 2 months for this prequel to come out. Not prequel, spinoff to come out.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm looking at the I guess it's more of a press release than an article. In kind of the same sentence, they say before next year's special, yada yada, war between the land and the sea, yada yada, as well as the children's animated TV show, which is in development. But it makes it sound like that's also next year before the special.
But calm down here. No, like the fandom does not give a shit about the CB's animated TV show.
I mean, it's canon. Who knows? That could be the fate of Billy Piper.
We don't even know. We don't know yet, Ben. We don't know yet. I always find the jokes funny that it's like that's gonna be how Paul McGann returns. They're gonna bring the fans in because they're gonna be like, we did what you asked for. We gave you your McGann spinoff. Have you heard Paul McGann speak?
Probably.
But he has a really gentle, soothing voice. I could imagine that voice being good for children.
Mhm.
But anyways, it's somewhat exciting, but also somewhat like the show stuff has an air of mystery to it, of
Yeah.
just who knows what's happening and what's going to happen. But things are going to happen, Ben.
Yes. The future is a little bit brighter.
Yes, even though it's kind of like far in the distance, you don't really know what color light it is, but there's a light.
Yeah. Well, I won't have to worry about it for a while.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to watch it in 2035.
Ah, it won't be that long.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be that long because you're gonna be doing like you're gonna be spending months on just one episode of Sarah Jane Adventures, Ben.
Really? You think
Gonna go real into detail and analysis.
I'll make like a 50-hour deep dive analysis on the invasion of the Bane?
Yes. You're gonna go like, who's that guy that does like multi-houred films about not films, but multi-hours videos about iCarly?
I'm sure. I mean, that's the meme. I don't know if there's a specific person.
Well, like this isn't it like Quentin something?
Quentin Reviews?
Yeah, that
That
guy.
sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, this was the guy. He had like a 42-hour long, that's his most recent video, is a 42-hour long documentary about the Beverly Hillbillies.
I'm gonna be like, Ben, we gotta move on to series 5. And you're gonna be like, I can't, I'm stuck on making this multi-hour documentary about the Sarah Jane Adventures season 3. So join us while we are watching classic Doctor Who, and one day we'll get to this.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Peace out, everyone.